Today, we're joined on set by Tacy Perenche from our social media team. Hello to you.
Hi.
This is, of course, a big story on Twitter today. Tell us a bit about what you've been seeing.
Today and yesterday, Twitter has been all about the British elections for the past 48 hours. And unfortunately, the dogs at polling stations is not trending anymore, which provided us with much needed cuteness yesterday. But earlier today, we had hashtags such as election results 2019 and general elections trending. Now, however, we have different hashtags trending. We have some that are not that let's say impartial. We have hashtag not my government and also hashtag not my prime minister. So we see a lot of users going to Twitter to complain about the results, try to make sense of it. We have, for example, this parody Boris Johnson Twitter saying, with this election, we have achieved something truly remarkable, something even I did not think was possible, making people feel even more ashamed to be British. We also have another hashtag that goes kind of like in the same sense, which is the Friday 13th hashtag. A lot of people saying that it makes sense that today is Friday the 13th, which is a day that people think about horror stories and bad luck. And I guess it depends who you voted for. But some people are feeling like they woke up in this nightmarish world in which Boris Johnson had won a landslide election. So
now, it is, isn't it, Twitter, normally a place where people air grievances, or at least lots of people do. Tell us about some of the frustration and the anger you've been seeing online.
Mm-hmm. Yes, actually, today on Twitter, we have a few users. I saw a lot. I've been monitoring Twitter since early this morning. And as you said, it's a lot about the grievances and not so much about positive congratulations to Boris Johnson. So we have a few users asking, for example, this one saying, how could we go from being such a united country during the UK Olympic Games in 2012 to this? That has been resonating with a lot of people. And another idea that I've been seeing a lot of is what will happen to our public services, the National Health Service, the NHS. A lot of users talking about schools and food banks and public services falling apart. So there's a great worry about the British public services. There's also, and I'm showing you here, the worry that has that the NHS could be privatized. So there's this picture, this cartoon of Donald Trump holding a puppet Boris Johnson with the NHS lanyards, and people really worried about what will happen to the British National Health Service. And I saw a lot of that during the day.
Yeah, that one clearly a one for fans of the Labour Party. But I do assume this being, for many people, a Brexit election, that Brexit was making waves on social media today.
Definitely, yes. This is a Brexit general election, as you said, seen by some people as a second referendum on the exit, and nothing more natural than Brexit being on top of the trends. It was number 4 right now, just before I came in. And we see some people actually saying that Boris Johnson does not have such strong mandate to get Brexit done, as he says, because some 53% of the people voted for Remain parties. So that puts into question the British voting system and also Scotland. What would happen to Scotland in this new, with these results? Because Scotland voted mainly for the SNP party, which is against Brexit. And there's a funny video that is going around this morning, which is Nicola Sturgeon celebrating a victory of one seat in Scotland against the Lib Dem candidate Jo Swinson. And some people are criticizing her for celebrating the seat so vigorously, I'm gonna say. Other people saying that she was just celebrating the victory of a dear friend, and the fact of the matter is that the party believed this seat was really important, was a priority target, so this is just a huge victory for the SNP.
Yeah, she looks there like she's watching a football game or something. She certainly looks very joyful there. Thank you very much indeed, Tacy Perenche there from our social media team, tracking some of the reaction online to our top story. That is, of course, the election in the United Kingdom.